2016 Subaru Forester rear brakes tutorial. Your wheel is a 19mm lug nut. Get that off, jack the vehicle up safely. We're gonna come over here. It's a 14mm for the caliper bolt. I already took mine out, but it looks like this. Just go ahead and loosen this bottom one only. And then once you have that off, put the bolt somewhere safe. We're gonna lift this up and then just slide it straight backwards. The pin will come out, it's supposed to, and then we're gonna gently lay this over the knuckle like that so it's out of the way and it's not hanging by the line. Here's our rear pads. We're going to take these out. Now I'm only doing really a pad slap, but I'm going to show you how to take the rotor off too. You have to take the bracket off. So I'm going to show you how to do rotors and pads, but my buddy just wants me to do pads for now. This inner pad has a sensor on the bottom. Get this pad out here. All right, so we got these out, and go ahead and put these over here. And then here's my new pads. I'll show you the part number and everything. I'll put everything in the description box. Everything you need: rotors, pads, tools. So it's a 14mm for the bracket bolt as well. These will be a little harder to get off than the caliper bolts. Now I'm just doing a pad slap, like I said, but I'm going to show you how to get the rotor off in case you're replacing rotors. Trust me, I know about not resurfacing rotors and all that. I don't need to see it in the comments. Okay, so I got the caliper bracket bolts out. You can go ahead and remove this, set this to the side. Now make sure your e-brake's off. This has little holes, threaded holes. You could run a bolt down to push this rotor off of the hub. This rotor has an e-brake system inside of it, so you want to make sure the e-brake's off. And if it should come off, but if it don't, you could just run some bolts down like this right here, and then this will push it off, and then you could put your new rotor on. Again, I'll put links in the description box. Here's your e-brake pads. Whenever I have these rotors off, I like to clean these up a little bit, just sand them down a little bit, and then shoot them off with some brake cleaner. Just keep them nice in there, you know. Don't go crazy with the sandpaper, just like, you know, just kind of scuff all the dust off. So pretend this is your new rotor. Your new rotor will go on like that. And you might have to adjust your e-brake pads in to get your new rotor to fit. Here's my part number for these Brake Best Select pads, SC1114. One of them has a sensor. That's for the inner pad. It comes with new hardware. I'm going to put a link to some different pads for Amazon, because I don't think Amazon carries these. But the new ones will come with hardware, so you can switch over your hardware if you want. Also, lube these slide pins. The bottom one will have a black grommet on it. Right here, that's the bottom one. I just put like just a tad bit of lube on these. You don't want to put too much because then the pins won't go in. All right, so then once you got your new stuff on, we're gonna put this bracket back on. Put your 14mm bracket bolts in. Torque specs will be in the description. All right, let's go ahead and tighten these down. Okay, get these tight, and we got our new pads here. The you know, these should just go on. You want to kind of like put them in at an angle and push the front spring out the way a little bit, and then put them in. The pad with the sensor goes on the inside. That's because they say theoretically that one wears out the fastest, so it'll alert you to your pads getting low. We need to compress this piston. I have a tool I use. I'll put a link to it. It's just a piston compressor tool. It just pushes the piston in so we could put this caliper back over the new pads. I will, you know, you could Google ways to compress this if you don't have a tool. I'm sure there's many ways to do it with like home stuff. We'll slide this pin back in like that, and then just gently slide this over. You might need to move the bottom slide pin out of the way because sometimes this will stick out too far. Once that's on there, we could just put this caliper bracket bolt on and tighten it down. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helped you out. Any additional information in the comments is appreciated. I'll see you next video.
You're pretty good.